Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Imperator Davius, your fedora-wearing Ram, and tonight I'm bringing you some battles from my Discord server. So let me show you some of my battles that I've recently had with some of the various tacticians on my stream. And if you want to battle me on stream, well, you can just go to my Discord server. So this one is against FoxAxe, and let me tell you, this battle kind of went snowbally really fast, really crazy. So I'm gonna lead with my Annabelle, my EV, the Tomcaster EV, and he's gonna send out his Tapu Koko. So already this isn't looking good for my little EV. So what do I do here? I decide to protect first turn just to see what he's gonna run for that first move. And what do you know? He's gonna go for a Thunderbolt. So Annabelle protects there. And so we're looking good. We're still looking peachy. I think maybe I can survive the Thunderbolt, but no, Annabelle faints first move. So alrighty, this isn't looking good. So I send in my Nihilego to try and counter this Tapu Koko, cause I really gotta get rid of this. And he tries his best to take down Nihilego. That Thunderbolt in the electric terrain really hurts, but I managed to endure thanks to my Assault Vest. So Nihiligo's got a nice speed, not a speed boost, but a nice attack boost thanks to that Tapu Koko knockout. So he sends in his Celesteela. So I'm thinking, okay, what can I do here? Well, I carry Thunderbolt, and thankfully the electric field is still up, so I get a nice little boost thanks to my attack, and Celesteela goes down in one shot. All in all, Nihilego is sweeping. So didn't go well at the start, but we're still kicking. So now he sends out his Garchomp, and I'm thinking, ah crap, I gotta deal with the Garchomp now. So I send in my Brianna. I send in Brianna, my Mudsdale, to tank up this first attack really well. And she tanks it up like a beast. Bam. Okay, so maybe she didn't tank it up like a beast, but she still endures it. She still gets a nice defense boost. I figure out what the Garchomp's running now. It's running a Life Orb. And I endure, and I just get a little bit of health thanks to my leftovers. So that's the end of that. The electric field is gone. Rest in peace, my Thunderbolt on my Heligo. So I decide to protect this turn, and because I know I'm not gonna, I don't know if I can survive the next attack, but I do need as much help as I can to survive the next attack thanks to my defense increase. So there we go. I'm now just over 50%. I'm thinking, alright, I gotta take a gamble. I gotta try and attack. I gotta do whatever damage I can to this Garchomp. So I endure that. Oh, so close. 9 health there on Brianna. She survives just by the skin of her teeth thanks to that defense increase. So I throw out the high horsepower. I give this Garchomp a nice kick. I don't know what the difference between it and a shiny counterpart, but it has the rough skin, and Brianna's gonna faint to that rough skin damage. So out comes Kindle. For those of you who don't know, Kindle is my first competitive Pokemon ever. She was my first competitive Pokemon, and I decided to give her this drill run from Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. She's kept that with her. And so that's the end of the Garchomp. She's faster, she endures, she's awesome. So now out comes my opponent's Mudsdale. Fox brings in his Mudsdale as well. So I'm thinking, okay, I don't have much to do with it. I go for the low kit thinking, alright, maybe I can do some damage, but it wasn't a lot of damage. And he's gonna throw out the Rock Slide. So, Generation 1 Equine Pokemon defeated by Generation 7's Equine Pokemon. I think that's the proper term for it. But in any case, out comes my Nihilego again. Nihilego is back for round 2. And you know what? I'm gonna tie the knot between me and my opponent. I teach my Nihilego Grass Knot just for opponents like this. So the Mudsdale goes down. Nihilego is still sitting pretty. Now it's got a nice attack boost there. Nihilego is still rocking that power, and out comes the Metagross now. So this is where the battle starts to get really quite intense, because now we're down to our last few Pokemon, and he tosses out the Earthquake for his Metagross. So my Nihilego's gonna tank that, and well, that's the end of my Nihilego. My Nihilego's not gonna last very long. Didn't last very long. I wasn't expecting it to. But now out comes Cynthia, and this is where the battle really gets crazy. So first off, he's gonna withdraw his Metagross because he knows the Earthquake is coming in, so he sends in the Tapu Bulu. Now, my opponent said that he was gonna hit me with a super effective fairy attack, I believe. But he takes that Earthquake pretty well. His Tapu Bulu doesn't take any damage, or it doesn't take a lot of damage, so I pull out the Pocket Iron Head, and bam! So this is where the intense came down. That the Tapu Bulu flinches. I'm like, oh, this match is over. This match is over, because I'm faster than the Metagross, I'm faster than the Bulu, so I pop out the Iron Head one more time just to bring down the Tapu Bulu. So that's the end of the Tapu Bulu right there. And now here comes the Metagross. So the Metagross is going to come right in. There's not much my opponent can do now because I still have Cynthia on the field. So he's going to throw out the Bullet Punch. So Bullet Punch is going to hit my Cynthia. It does a fair bit amount of damage. Rough Skin's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to throw out the Earthquake. So I'm thinking maybe the Earthquake's going to knock it out, but surprise, surprise, Metagross survives by like the sliverest of health. I mean, like, it's probably like 1 HP he survives on. And he's gonna get a little bit of, both sides are gonna get a little bit of health thanks to the terrain. But it's not a lot of damage, so he's gonna throw out one last Bullet Punch, praying for the crit perhaps. And, well, you know, it gets the crit, but still only, still not enough damage, and the Rough Skin actually knocks him out. So Cynthia didn't even need to finish off the attack. So I defeat FoxAxe right there. So that was a pretty fair battle. That was pretty intense. He said he could have won that. But let's see, who did I still have? I still had Silvally in the background, just in case. So this next one is against Christian. And I'm bringing in quite the crazy strategy of my own. So this team lineup that I brought in it's not really a strategy that I could have probably implemented without the help of Tapu Fini. But thanks to my Tapu Fini, that Beast Ball definitely awesome. Really hard to get that though. So what do? I send in Tapu Fini, set up the Misty Terrain, and I got my little buddy Harold, my Sceptile Harold. He came from Generation 6, yeah. He came from my Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire game. So my opponent's gonna toss out the Mega Beedrill. I already see that coming. I'm surprised he brought out the Mega Beedrill and not the Mega Mawile. I was expecting Mega Mawile, but he brings out the Beedrill. He's gonna throw out the U-turn. Harold's not fast enough. He goes down in one shot, so rest in peace, my Harold. So out comes the Mawile. This is where the Mawile was. And I think that's probably like one of my Mawiles, but he's gonna throw out the Stone Edge from his Garchomp, and well, Finny's not gonna last, or not gonna stick around. She ejects out of there with her eject button. And this is where I send in my Cynthia. So, and now here comes where the strategy comes into play. So, now that my Cynthia's on the field, Yara's here, my Meowstic, he's floating in the air with his like little air balloon. He's gonna throw out the Swagger, give Cynthia this awesome speed or awesome attack boost, and thanks to the Misty Terrain, I'm not going to be confused by it. And my opponent's going to throw out the Outrage, and Yara's not going to survive that Outrage. So that's the end of my Meowstic. He did well. He gave Cynthia the speed boost, or the attack boost he needed, or she needed. Oh my goodness, I'm getting my Pokemon so confused. But I'm going to throw out the Earthquake here, and it's going to knock down both of his Pokemon. Knocks them clean out of the field, both the Mawile and the Garchomp are down. So that's the end of the Garchomp. Now we got the Mawile, we got the Mawile down, Garchomp down. Now here comes Vidula once again, and I'm going to send in Draco. So I'm thinking, alright, what's he going to send out next? He's going to send out the Wobbuffet. So I'm thinking, alright, how do I beat this guy? So he's going to throw out the U-turn. I'm thinking he's going to switch into something else, but he's going to take some damage from my Rough Skin. He does a fair amount of damage. But now he sends in the Samurott. And so this is where my strategy really starts to come into play. So I'm throwing out the Thunder Punch. Cynthia's gonna go for the Earthquake. Draco is levitating, so he's not gonna take any damage from this Earthquake. And I'm just gonna obliterate him, and somehow the Samurai survives there. Don't know, yeah, didn't have a focus there, so I was impressed that Samurai managed to survive. So now we got the Beedrill is no longer going in for the U-turn, he's going for the damage, so Cynthia's Rough Skin gonna do a bit more damage. I'm gonna lose Cynthia here, rest in peace Cynthia, but she knocked out half his team with that one shot. But unfortunately I go for the wrong target. I thought maybe I could do a little bit more damage than that, but rest in peace my Pokemon. So now Samurot's gonna go for the Aqua Jet. He's gonna take out Draco. I tried to go for the Ice Shard, but I'm not faster than the Samurott. So John, my Lapras is gonna take out the Beedrill. Beedrill goes down. Rest in peace. So now it's down to John, my Lapras, against his Vespiquen, and what's his last Pokemon? It's gonna be let's see. Oh yeah, my last Pokemon. It was gonna be Tapu Fini. I completely forgot half my team, by the way. Rest in peace. So the Vespiquen's gonna throw out the pressure. There's not a lot of things left my opponent to do. He's gonna throw out the Aqua Jet. He's gonna try and do whatever damage he can. But Tapu Fini's gonna take that Aqua Jet really quickly. I'm just gonna Ice Shard the Samurott. Not gonna give it the chance to fight again. And let's see, what do? I throw out the Ice Beam for Tapu Fini. So Tapu Fini's gonna wipe the floor with his Vespiquen. It's not gonna last. The critical hit probably mattered. I freeze him. That was awesome, but wouldn't you know, it thaws right out. And he tries to go for a Toxic, but Mr. Durant prevents Toxic. So John's just gonna go for another Ice Shard, take down the Vespiquen. So that's the end of that battle. So that was a very good battle on Christian Park. He put up a really good fight, and I'm not saying that, you know, I won all of my battles. I mean, I lost quite a few. Will, if you're watching, I still know the score. I'll beat you eventually. So this is against Asuna, and this one again was really intense, as you can see on the screen. As you can see, we have quite the lineup for Asuna and me. So I'm going to show you this battle now, and this isn't anything against Asuna's strategy. She even says so herself. She's not the best battler, so she just uses the legendaries because they're pretty much the only thing she knows how to use. So I'm going to send in Annabelle here. So my opponent is going to go for a Lilligant. I love that Love Ball with shiny Lilligant. That is awesome. So Annabelle's going to go for the Protect. I'm trying to see what kind of strategy she's going to go for. She's gonna go for the Sleep Powder. I think she tried this once before, it worked, but battle disconnected at some point. But so I set up the same thing again. Annabelle avoids the attack, and I get off the evolution. So this little animation is gonna take a while. But Annabelle is gonna summon up all the other evolutions, all the other evolution family that I have. There we go. Here they come. All 8 of the evolutions all staring with their eyes to be revealed. And now here they come. Coming to give Annabelle, my Eevee, their power. There we go. There's the other 4. And now Annabelle is super powered. So that's the end of that. Well, not really the end of that, but we have Annabelle now. She's gotten all the speed boosts, and my opponent's gonna go for the Sleep Powder. And poor Annabelle, she gets sleepy. She's sleeping on the job, my Eevee. This Eevee is sleeping on the job. I did not give this Eevee permission to sleep on the job. So my opponent's gonna go for a Giga Drain. Gonna do some damage. Annabelle's still taking a snooze. And so now, Annabelle, she's gonna try to go for a Leaf Storm. It misses. Annabelle wakes up, proceeds into the Baton Pass. So that's the end of that. So now I send in Cynthia. Cynthia, my Garchomp. And now well, this battle pretty much sums up one thing: Cynthia. So now that thanks to all those stat boosts, Cynthia is now like one of the most powerful Pokemon on my entire team. If not the most, thanks to all the boosts. So now out comes the Arceus. It's got Dark Plate, so I think that's Dark Plate. Yeah, so it's gonna go for the Hydro Cannon. And Cynthia, thanks to that +2 in special defense, tanks it up like a boss. So Cynthia's just gonna go for another Dragon Claw just to smack it down. So that's the end of the Arceus. I think now that's 2 Pokemon down. Now out comes Kyogre. Normally this would be a real important problem for me since most Kyogres learn Ice Beam. However, thanks to the stat boosts I've gotten, this Kyogre is not really as much of a threat anymore, which you'll see in just a few seconds. I'll wait for the rain to start pouring down. Cynthia's getting a little wet, but she's gonna throw out the Earthquake. Doesn't need to use anything fancy. Just gonna throw out the Earthquake and wipe out the Kyogre. And this is why I said in a previous video that even with a little bit of setup, Garchomp almost becomes unstoppable. So now out comes the Mewtwo. So Mewtwo is gonna try to get a huge speed boost thanks to its Mega Evolution. Unfortunately, my Garchomp, even though she's Adamant Nature, Cynthia is still faster thanks to the +2 in speed, and proceeds to one-shot it with a Crunch and that crit. I'm not sure if that crit mattered. I don't think that crit mattered actually. So now out comes Rayquaza. So I already know that this Rayquaza cannot be Mega since the Mewtwo was Mega. So it's not fast enough to take down my Garchomp Cynthia, so she proceeds to one-shot it with a Dragon Claw. So that's the end of the Rayquaza. And now there's only one Pokemon left, and it's Kyurem that's fused with Zekrom. So it's gonna show off its Terravolt. It's shiny, it's awesome. But Cynthia does not care. She's gonna go for the Iron Head and just smack it down. Like, I could have gone for... Oh, sorry about that little hiccup in the video feed, but in any case, that was an excellent battle from Asuna. She tried her best. I mean, not every Pokemon is gonna work out, especially after I set up. I said this before, if Garchomp gets any sort of setup, it just cannot be stopped. It becomes almost unstoppable. So you really need to focus down the Garchomp before it gets set up or it gets any help. Otherwise, it's just gonna steamroll you. But in any case, that was a good battle on Asuna's part. If you like the videos, or if you're one of those people who battled me and you want to battle me again, or even want to hang out with me in the Discord, just go down in the Discord or click the link below to join the Discord server and just hang out with me, and I will battle you as well. And if it's a good battle, or if it's an interesting battle, or even if it's just fun and crazy, I will feature it on my stream. So for now, this is Imperator Davius. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.